Well, many fans of Superman have been in celebration mode since we found out Henry Cavill was set to return as the Man of Steel. He showed up in that Black Adam post-credit scene, and fans are expecting a lot based on some of the announcements that came shortly thereafter. But now a new report from The Wrap seems to suggest we could already have trouble in paradise. Let's break it all down. Well, back in October, all of us fans were super happy when we found out Henry Cavill was appearing in Black Adam in that post-credit scene. It was the first time he had suited up for the character in over 5 years, and once this got out to the public, we got lots of talk and announcements, even from Henry, that he was back as Superman and there was a bright future in front of us. Since then, lots has happened at DC Studios, including James Gunn and Peter Safran taking over as the new co-CEOs of the newly renamed DC Universe. Now, earlier today, we got a report from The Wrap, and this report kind of suggested there might be some setbacks or problems getting Cavill signed. Now, according to The Wrap, who claim to have insiders with knowledge of the situation, that says, although it was previously reported they were looking for a writer, there is currently no writer or director attached to the project. They're also saying there's currently no forward momentum, and not a lot has happened since this initial phase of news. Now, if you've been following Henry Cavill's story, this really shouldn't surprise you, because this has been back and forth for a really long time. But I think people might be overreacting. Yes, right now, things might be stalled at DC Studios, but that's because, well, it was just renamed DC Studios. If you remember correctly, Henry returned under the old regime. As a matter of fact, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson had to jump over people's heads even to get Henry in that project. And since then, David Zaslav has hired James Gunn and Peter Safran to lead the whole DC universe. I actually think the lack of movement right here might be a little bit overblown. The full plan for DC Films' future is currently being laid out, and we've gotten numerous reports that James Gunn and Peter Safran have been working on their, quote, DC Bible. This would be their larger, overreaching storyline and the basis for all the projects moving forward over the next 8 to 10 years. I'm absolutely positive Superman is part of this plan. Zaslav has made it clear the Trinity is at the top of the list, and I think the fact Henry Cavill's project hasn't moved forward literally means nothing. If they don't know what path they're taking moving forward, how could they possibly find the right writers or directors for these projects? Once this plan has been solidified into something real and presented not only to management at Warner Brothers, but to the various people involved in these projects, that's when I would expect some forward momentum. I think the fan excitement for Cavill's return was very well received, and DC Studios is paying attention to that. As a matter of fact, the other day, James Gunn teased us with a little bit of Lobo. We actually covered that story. I've linked it down below. And given how well he knows how to read what fans want, I really do think not only are we going to have a Superman movie coming up, but I think we're going to see Henry Cavill's Superman square off against Lobo in some way, shape, or form. The recent animated movie Man of Tomorrow really demonstrated how you could use Lobo as the villain, but still leave a little bit of room for him to come out as the anti-hero that most people love him as. Now, obviously, we're covering everything Krypton and Superman on this channel, so if you want to get all of your Yellow Sun irradiated updates, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll bring you all the news. But until we know more, what do you guys think? Do you think there's any real behind-the-scenes problems with Henry Cavill signing with Warner Brothers Discovery? Or do you think they're simply waiting to hire the right people after they have an actual plan in place? Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.